Hello and welcome back to the TVBinges.com Pilot Roundtable, a Southgate Media Group podcast. I'm Kyle Tremblay, the editor of TVBinges.com, and I'm joined as always by a fellow TV Binges writer. She's a celebrity lawyer with ulterior motives. It's Olivia Richards! Hello!
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun,
That's
dun.
me.
You have so many motives.
I do. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, and I can't keep track of any of them. So, we are talking about ABC's newest drama, Notorious. Olivia, what did you think?
Oh, God. All right. You know how we predicted this was probably going to be the worst pilot of the season?
This was, I think we both agreed this would be the worst. This was my official pick for first canceled.
Yep. And my opinion has not changed.
My opinion has crystallized.
Yeah, exactly. This proved everything that I was saying, because ABC has been on a roll with really amazing premieres, and this absolutely was not one of them.
This is a catastrophe.
Oh, God.
And not in the way that, like, there have been shows that have had obvious flaws, and we have some favorites on this here podcast that we reference time and again. Yeah, I mean, Mixology is, I think, our most sort of classic show that was just, every aspect of Mixology was comically bad, except for the actual humor, which there was nothing comical about.
Oh, yeah.
Notorious is not that, like, this isn't, like, in the pantheon, I think. I mean, maybe you disagree, but I don't think that this one was, like, so bad it became funny. It was just muddled, and, like, this is the most egregious example we've seen this season of a show where you do not care about a single character. Like,
absolutely.
I mean, what chain of events, Olivia, would have to occur for you to care about one person who was on screen in this hour?
Nothing could possibly happen unless they literally recast the entire show and redid the entire thing.
And came up with a new premise.
Not happening.
Yeah, came up with a new premise.
Completely revamped it.
Fired everyone behind the scenes, replaced. Like, if this was literally a different show, I might care about some of these characters.
I'm saying the word might. That's
short of that, not happening. Because, oh, man.
This is just, I mean, this show suffers from what I like to call the scented garbage bag effect.
You coined that a while back, and it's one of my favorites.
Right? So basically, it's just this really glossy, pretty, I guess, nice, on the outside sort of thing that exists. But then when you delve deep onto the inside, it's just crap and garbage and just something that you don't even want to sift through. And that's this show.
No, you're exactly right. Glossy is the word I would use to describe this show. It's sort of trying to get by on gloss. I think there's a pretty good telltale sign, and maybe there are historical examples that would counter this, but at least in sort of modern TV history, if a pilot opens with a sex scene, it is definitely bad.
Yeah.
Because that's like, by definition, you don't care about any of these characters yet. So the scene has no purpose other than sort of entertainment, like superficial entertainment value. And it's also just like, that's what you came up with. Like, this is your big show. You've got dozens of crew members. You've got a whole cast. You've jumped through all the hoops. The network has approved it. And your first moment is just going to be like sex in the dark. Like, that's what you came up. That was your idea. Like, that's nothing. That's any show can do that. Like, come up with something clever, you know? I mean, you had all this time to think of something interesting, but then maybe that's just sort of a truthful moment, the only truthful moment on the show, which is that this show has literally nothing else to offer. Like, if you weren't impressed by the glossiness of that, then maybe you're gonna like this. But if you have any expectations for television other than it's going to look slick and sort of be soap opera-y and have drama, like, this is, like you said, a bag of trash. It is just a bag of trash.
Exactly. And I hate pilots that it's like, okay, if we cast a bunch of pretty people and we get them to do and I'm using complete air quotes here, intriguing, high-stakes things, then we have the high-stakes drama on our hands. And, like, that's not what's happening at all. Like, yes, you have a bunch of pretty people on screen walking around doing things, but that's about it. Like, there's no intrigue. I really think they were trying to go for, like, a Shonda Rhimes sort of How to Get Away with Murder or, you know, Grey's Anatomy or something high stakes. But there's nothing happening. It's just attractive people looking serious, and then things happen around them.
Correct. Yes. I'm trying to think of the names of the failed Shonda Rhimes show last year that premiered that was about, like, heists.
Oh, I forget.
Remember, we both panned it. I thought it was going to be good, but it failed in a lot of the same ways that this show failed, but then this show went and failed in, like, 8 more ways. Like, it was, like,
somehow.
This is, like, the poor man's version of that show, and that show was bad. Like, this is like, a rip-off, overseas, fake brand of a bad Shonda Rhimes show. Like, this is, like, 5 degrees of separation away from being watchable. Like, there are so many things that would have to occur for this show to be watchable in any way. And I need you to be honest with me. Did you make it through the hour?
Barely. I literally watched it as I was getting ready this morning. So I had it going on in the background, and that's about all I needed. You are a better person than I.
I made it through about 22 minutes. I said, this is going to be a half-hour show for me. This is, I'm not going to give this show the full 44-minute runtime. I just couldn't. I could not do it. Like, it was just so, like, shallow and just, like, I don't care about any of these people. The premise, as it were, is that it's like, supposed to be about the relationship between a famous celebrity lawyer and the media, and, like, the most popular sort of live talk show, news show there is, but it's so, like, it's just, like, an excuse to have a soap opera set on a television set. Like, there's nothing here. It's so shallow.
Oh, God. It was just... The fact that you got through 22 minutes, I had it on in the background, so I was catching bits and pieces, so it's kind of like I only really watched, like, 5 minutes. But, yeah.
Yeah. My mom just emailed me, "Are you watching Notorious?" So apparently, I gotta drive home. I need an intervention with Mom.
We need to have a talk.
She knows I do TV stuff, so she, like, emails me about new shows she's watching. And it's like, oh, Mom.
Oh, you're grounded.
Yeah. But yeah, there's nothing here. This one, you know, we'd commented in our previous night's worth of episodes that about how amazing the ratings have been for new shows.
Yeah.
That ended last night.
Yes.
Notorious did a 1.2 with 5.43 million viewers. Not great. Although,
there is justice in this world.
Yeah, we should point out that basically every show was down last night. They were all airing against a football game. So, you know, I mean, to be fair, like, The Good Place actually premiered in its time slot last night and did the 1.4. So it was not a great TV night in general, but 1.2 is bad, no matter how you slice it.
Yeah.
So I think my pick for first show canceled is definitely alive right now. This is a live pick.
Oh, thank God.
So do you think this was going to be canceled quickly, make it through the season, or renewed for next season?
Oh, cancel quickly, without a doubt.
Unquestionably. Your final verdict, Olivia, thumbs up or thumbs down on Notorious?
A big old Notorious thumbs down.
Yeah, this one is unfortunately not bad enough to actually be notorious in the sense that other shows have been. It is just going to be forgotten.
Yep.
So you've been listening to the Pilot Roundtable, a TVBinges.com and Southgate Media Group production. You can listen to all of our episodes on iTunes, where you can rate and review us. We'd appreciate that. Or find us at SouthgateMediaGroup.com. Follow Olivia on Twitter at RichardsOlivia, and me on Twitter at KyleLovesTV. Till next time.